And we're back. Thanks for watching. This is Neal Isaacs, the Raleigh business broker, answering another question as Ask an Intermediary. I'll be your intermediary today. Today's question comes from Bruce. And Bruce says that he's looking at some comps, some comparable businesses sold, and he found a bunch of old ones, and he's concerned if they are relevant. This is a specific question. So the question specifically is, should you throw away the old comps? Are they relevant? The answer, Bruce, may surprise you. My answer is don't throw them away. Older comps are typically still pretty good. And this is based on some research that has been proven time and time again that while, yes, there is some variation over time, and there's, we're talking about medians here, but statistically, if you go back and look at comps from 20, 30 years ago, and you compare them to comps for today, they're going to be relatively consistent. So don't throw away the old ones. What do I mean by that? Well, a major comp that we look at is the price over earnings ratio. And I'm going to make up some fictitious numbers here, but the business makes $100,000 of cash flow per year, and it sells for $200,000. That's a 2x, 2 times the price of the cash flow for a small business. The research indicates that if you go back in time, there's a good chance it was probably 2x some time ago. Why would that be? Because in real estate, we see comps are changing all the time, and you want to know exactly where and when the comp came from. The reason is, in my opinion, cash flow is like the great equalizer. If a business buyer, if an investor is looking for a specific return, if you normalize out everything else, cash flow is ubiquitous, and they're going to compare cash flow to cash flow. And it remains relatively consistent over time. So why is that? Because maybe in California, maybe real estate's more expensive than I'm over in North Carolina. Well, in California, they probably charge more for their services to justify that higher rent and other higher expenses. At the bottom of the P&L, once cash flow is calculated, it's the same earnings. So that's the great equalizer. And the short answer is no, don't throw away those comps. There's huge variability within industries, within the types of revenues. You can't just, that equation of 2x I just gave, that's not a valuation. You really have to peel back and look at all of the variables. But don't throw away the old comps. Thanks for asking that question. That was a more specific one, and I like to get into the nitty-gritty. This is Neal Isaacs. I'd love to hear your questions. If you have a question about a specific deal, valuation, ask me, the Raleigh business broker. Put your questions in the comments or direct message me. If you have a question about your deal, confidentiality, direct message me. But otherwise, put them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Neal Isaacs, the Raleigh business broker, signing off.